welcome to Social Media for All.
Hello
How are you,
everyone.
George?
Very good. How are you?
I'm good.
How was your week?
I'm very busy. Busy means
Oh, it is.
good business.
It,
So,
hopefully it pays.
yeah,
Busy,
that's it.
not always.
Not
That's
always.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's perfect. Saying hello to everyone who are live with us right now.
Yeah.
Just say hello and especially new members. Say what you do, what kind of business are you in. Um, And if you have any question, don't forget to post the question in the comment section.
Yeah.
Our hashtag is always social media for all.
Hashtag social media for all, or they can use social media for the
Number
number
four
for all.
and all.
For all.
Whatever platform you are at right now, use this hashtag so we can follow your questions. We can follow your
That's right.
posts if
That's
you
right.
have any.
And
So today we're going to talk about a couple topics. Among them, how to write the right content,
that's right.
and the content is structured in a way that it creates the right belief, the right message, the right emotions,
That's right.
not random posts that you because this is what I usually see with the people. They post random posts, no structure, and no follow up and no plan
Yeah.
for a specific time about those content.
Yeah, actually, I have a client church about it. Let's say I met some client and say, you know what, I post several times on my social media, but there's no result. Because the main problem of the business owner is they just shared anything that what they want, but
That's right.
they need to understand their audience.
You understand your audience, you understand the niche market that you are working
That's
with,
right.
and you have to understand their problem
That's right.
because the same niche market might have different problems,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to address one of those.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, we cannot address everything related to that niche market.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to pick one, work on that with the niche market, our message, our content, our articles, our posts, and our high value offer should match our message and
Yeah.
should match the solution
The solution.
the market is looking for. So today we're going to talk about the message, the belief, and all those kind of things. And also we're going to talk about the difference between the Facebook profile and the Facebook page, how we can use both, using the content structure that we're going to share.
Yeah. And again, before we begin our very informative discussion, George, I just want to invite everyone to join our live stream. So if you have ideas, information, or personal
Just
experience,
comment like
comment
what,
on the live stream.
share, invite your friends, and also if you have a specific advice, if you have
Yes.
a specific experience, you want to share it with us, just post on the comment section
comment
or
section.
private message us. So we like to host you on this
On the live stream.
weekly live stream show. So also you can share your message, you can share your advice with the public.
Yeah, and because social media for all is for everybody.
It is for everybody, yes. And social media becomes like very hot topic, but also bombarded so much.
Information.
Everybody is posting, everybody is on social
Yeah.
media, so it is super hard right now to
Mhm.
make your message outstanding among the crowd,
The crowd. Yeah.
unless you have very structured, very definite way of posting.
Yeah.
That becomes it makes it
Hot
a little bit
issue.
easier. Pardon?
It's a hot issue.
It is
It's a hot
very
issue for business owners.
It is.
What are the right thing to do and what are the things you should do?
That's
What
right.
are there's a lot of platform to be used. There's actually it's overwhelming information.
People wants to be like on every single platform, and you don't have to be.
Yeah.
One or two, especially at the beginning, are fair enough.
That's right. Yeah, and that's why I always say social media. Sometimes you saying social media it's Facebook, but actually there's a lot of information you can find
Even Facebook. On
in
Facebook
even
itself.
Facebook.
Yeah.
But the thing is, what's the right information that you need to? So social media for all, we're here to share our expertise, our experience. But if you're a digital marketer, if you have an experience as well, we encourage you to join
Even business owners,
business
if you have
owners, if
if
you
you
have
have,
experience, right?
you did something related to your business and it worked very well, please share it with others so everybody could benefit from this live
Live stream.
free training that we do every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Halifax time.
And then another way to, aside from joining our live stream, aside from commenting on the live section, if you want to share your expertise, your ideas, or information, just use the hashtag social media for all
On
so
any platform,
in any platform, so we can trace it, and then at the same time we can share it in our group.
That's right, and yeah, using the hashtag is super important. And if you are watching this live stream on other platform, LinkedIn or YouTube, we are sharing the link. It's a facebook.com groups / social media for all, because we are going to share our slides. We're going to share our workbook for today. So every session we're going to have a specific workbook that people can use tonight or
Wow.
every day to get some results related to social media and their business, sales, marketing, and other stuff. So if you are watching us on other platforms, please join our Facebook group, Social Media for All, to download the workbook, the slides, and also to watch the weekly free training that we do between sessions.
That's right.
So also, if you have any question that we may not be able to cover during the show today or every week, we're going to create like free training between sessions every week. Depends on the topics and questions that people share, and we're going to post that also for free on the Facebook group, Social Media for All.
Yeah.
So much like good stuff. I want to say hi to everyone on the show right now.
We have a lot of Charbel
Yes.
is currently watching, and Andy, Jackie Molto, my friend, she is from Cape Breton. John Kenneth and Loretta, yeah, she's.
And I have quite
a lot of
yeah.
viewers
We
today.
have Johnny for food. Also Andre, Corey, Jack, John. Hi to everyone. Maybe I cannot list say the name of everybody who is on the show.
That's right.
But just say hi, say what you do, introduce yourself, introduce your business, and also if you have a question or you have a advice, also please free to share it in the comment section.
Okay.
So today we're going to talk about the content, the first part about the content, and we're going to relate our topic today to our previous topic last week. So last week we covered how the subconscious mind works on ourselves and works on our clients. So once we understand like how we function as human beings, it becomes easy to communicate with other people, to communicate our message, our content, our offer, our product with our clients. So first we have to understand how we function as humans, how the subconscious mind works on us first, and so we can understand our client better, and we can understand how we can share the message, the right message, with the right offer with them. So we can help them transform. We can help them reach some results with our product or our offer. Because at the end, people, they don't buy a product again for the sake of product. They buy the product to achieve a result.
That's right.
So the result could be a good feeling, could be something in their lives, could be
or a solution.
In their business or life or family, whatever it is. So there is a specific need for every client to buy your offer and your product. So for that, it is super important to repackage our product in a way to offer this product as a new opportunity, so people can see it as a new thing in the market and do not associate like this product, your specific product, with a past experience. Because most likely, if you are selling a product, but your people or your client or your niche market already tried this product,
they
with
have
a different business owner.
They have a bad experience.
Always, they remember the bad experience. They don't remember. Most people, they don't much remember the good experience, and there is a reason for that. Like we spoke about the subconscious mind last week,
That's last
and
week,
this is the reason. like the subconscious mind of human beings, the role of it is to protect us, is for survival.
Yeah.
So whenever you have a bad experience, it's save that bad experience in the
Mm-hmm.
subconscious mind,
Mm-hmm.
in this box, in this program. So it can help you in the future to prevent this bad experience again. So for that, we retain bad experiences more than we retain like positive
Mm-hmm.
experiences.
That's right.
But the offer itself, it has to open a new opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
new possibility for
Mm-hmm.
your client.
Mm-hmm.
So once they come across your product or your offer, they see something new, a
Mm-hmm.
new possibility, a new result,
Mm-hmm.
a new solution, and they cannot associate that with something they already have
Mm-hmm.
in the subconscious mind.
Actually, this is common in if you they are very observant with the social media trends, especially in the fitness.
That's right.
In
Yeah,
the fitness, they
it is a
will.
big thing.
It's a big thing, right? In the fitness, they will show you a story,
That's right.
an inspiring story, how they change their life from a
Nike,
fitness
they do
program.
that like very well. They
They give
bring
us,
those athletes because they show you this is the result.
yeah,
If you run using their
their
shoes,
shoes.
this is
They
how you can get fit.
yeah, they
So
become you become more champion.
maybe I have
Or
to buy like
yeah.
Nike now. Like, I want to get fit.
So actually, that's a trend for the social media that they need to put an attention
That's right.
on the social media.
It is the hook in there. So people
right.
use social media for everything to
Yeah.
sell, and especially to sell. They post and they expect to make a sale, and doesn't work like that. The
No.
social media, the purpose
No.
of social media is to get the attention, to
Get
create this
attention.
hook, to grab the attention of
Yes.
your niche market or client.
Aside from getting the attention, you're getting the trust also. And the main thing to get the hook, by the way, George, is you need to get the interest.
That's right.
And to get the interest, they need to connect.
And you have like couple seconds, and
Couple
we're going
seconds,
to show
yes.
that today in the first part of the training, that you have maybe 1 second or 2 seconds,
Yeah.
not more than that, to get the attention of your client. So make sure like the headline that you use is very attractive for those people. And if we can move, right now you can download those slides. They already been posted on the group,
On the group.
Social Media for All.
So
And
if
again,
you want to have a copy of our presentation, just click the download
those,
on
on the
our-
wall.
on the
Yeah,
wall.
like in the Facebook group if you are watching us on LinkedIn. So we can move through the slides. So how to sell with your content, because at the end the content is a part of the whole process
That's
that
right.
we use
Mhm.
in order to make a sale.
That's right.
If we are a business owner and entrepreneurs, at the end we have to make a sale because it is fun to be to share like our content, to
Mhm.
share our message.
Mhm.
But at the end, if we don't sell, we cannot pay our bills, and we cannot
That's right.
even like survive in this
we need the
in this economy. Yeah. So basically, to create the content, there are three major parts that you have to take care of. Is how to grab the attention of your audience, what kind of message, what kind of story you want to share with that audience,
Mhm.
and also you have to give them an offer. And the offer doesn't need to be always a product. So the offer in our free training show, we're not selling anything in this show, but our offer is the workbook,
The workbook.
the slides that we share,
Mhm.
and also the free training that we do between
Every-
sessions.
yeah.
You already did one last
One,
Friday on Facebook Pixels.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to download the Facebook Pixels, what it does, review our last
Yeah.
episode.
So
and
if
also
this is your first time to hear about what the Facebook
Facebook
Pixels,
Pixels.
what is Facebook Pixels, how it works, how to install it on your website, we did a separate video about
Yeah.
it, and it's posted in our group. Just watch it later, not today, because we're doing the
stay
live.
on the live.
Stay tuned in our live because we have lots of information. But after the live, we strongly suggest to watch that one also.
Yeah. So again, how to use the content to sell anything to anyone, serving a high value offer
value offer.
also anywhere. So just to recap what we have spoken about
Yeah.
last week, the power of the program that we have, the power of the subconscious mind, how people think. So when our clients they come to us or they come across our message online, or even if you have a store, you have to remember that those clients they have a program, they have a way of thinking, they have a maybe different feelings from the feeling you want them to get with your product or your offer. So it's super important to remember that this program is what control our life on a daily basis. So more information about this session it
Mm-hmm.
was broadcasted last week,
Last
but
week.
for today we have to think about couple things, and the most important is when we want to post something,
Mm-hmm.
the content must match what we are feeling, what we are thinking of. So I cannot feel so much sadness or
Yeah.
anger, and you write or you broadcast something about
Mm-hmm.
happiness. So whatever you say or whatever follows the I am, the inner
Mm-hmm.
chatter,
Mm-hmm.
it creates the state of that human.
Mm-hmm.
So it is super important to remember that when you talk, like the self talk,
Mm-hmm.
is super important in terms of you and in terms of your clients.
Mm-hmm.
So if your client they have a way to think, could be negative or could be positive, that will impact the decision they make
Mm-hmm.
on the spot,
And
online
the,
or in your store,
mm-hmm.
to buy your product
Mm-hmm.
or even to buy your message when they read your content online.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever follows the I am becomes a reality. So we
Mm-hmm.
have to keep that in mind in
Mm-hmm.
terms of ourselves and also in terms of our client.
The inner child and the I am. Yep.
The yeah. So so how to figure out the belief, and remember we should remember always that the false belief is what the subconscious
It's
mind
the previous
says always.
experience.
It's the
The
previous
previous
experience.
experience.
So for us, we want to do this exercise first. You have this slide on the workbook as well, so you can download that from the workbook, and you can apply that like for yourself and also for your niche market. So you can do this exercise today. I'm going to explain the major components of it. So it is super important to understand that we have past experiences. Most of them they are saved in our subconscious mind. Most of them are negative. So we have to identify those, and it is easy to identify them at the end because it is like the way you identify them is to look back to your life and see what is working and what is not working.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that is not working means that you don't have a support, you don't have a supporting habit
Mm-hmm.
in your subconscious mind for that specific task. So if you want to present your product or your offer for your niche market, and the niche market they have a bad experience with
Mm-hmm.
that specific product, so now they don't have a supporting habit, a supporting thing in their subconscious mind to absorb, to get this offer
Mm-hmm.
and to use this the solution that you are going to share with them. So it's super important to do this exercise for yourself
Mm-hmm.
and also for your niche market, for your
Mm-hmm.
clients, just to figure out
Mm-hmm.
what kind of past experiences they have and how we're going to change that by repackaging your product in a way that it becomes a new opportunity. So as you see, we have
Three co-
two
two
main
sets.
sections
Mm-hmm.
before you can transform the life or
Mhm.
to give a new result for your client or for yourself.
Mhm.
So we have the bad experience in red and the new
new ones.
opportunity in the green.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to change the state, in order to change the way people think about your product and your
Mhm.
offer, it's good to understand that they have a set of false belief.
Mm-hmm.
We have to put that, could be 10, could be 15, could be 20, about a specific solution that you want to share with
Mhm.
this niche market,
Mm-hmm.
and list beside those false belief what kind of bad experiences they have.
Experiences. Yeah.
So what is the bad experience associated with that false belief, and what is the story that those people are telling
Yeah.
themselves about this bad experience. Because at the end, whatever we do, our mind process things in a story style.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
even if you go to the bank and the bank gives you numbers and things like that, you process everything in a story. So you
That's right. Yeah.
associate that number, you associate that solution or that
Mm-hmm.
offer with a story in your mind, or you create this story.
Story. Yeah.
And it's good to remember that as human beings, 50% of our thoughts are
Mm-hmm.
not real. So we make up things every single day.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes if you ask a question
Yeah.
to me, or
Yeah.
let's say I might say I might have an answer, and maybe the second day I might have another answer. So it is very common,
Yeah.
a very human thing. It's not related
It's
to
a
a
nature.
specific
Yeah.
person, but it is good to keep that in mind. That 50% of the way people think
Think.
is not real. Like they make up those stories in their head. So they have different perception about different
I
things.
don't know myself. Maybe more than 50. No, just
Yeah,
kidding.
you're 100%. I know because
That's
you mentioned that last week, right? So for that, sometimes people they say ask your niche market or ask your audience what they want
Mhm.
and then send it to them. You cannot just ask the question
Mhm.
and expect that people will give you the answer, because if you ask someone who is relaxed,
Mhm.
just meditated
Mhm.
about something, they
Mhm.
might give you an answer. But if the second day,
If
if they
they're
have
stressed
like
out.
three bills at the door they have to pay, they might give you another answer. So different stories related to different.
And the story and the feedback that you get from a person is depending on what is happening
That's
in
the
surroundings, in the
environment, the whole.
environment, right?
That's right. So let's do this exercise. So
Let's do the
the
exercise. Are
false
you ready?
belief, yeah. So what kind of false belief you might have, like with your clients? So maybe marketer are,
Are wasting money.
well, they take our money, they
Yeah.
don't give us results. So it could be like a false belief in for your niche market, and also it is associated for bad experience. So business
Yes.
owners, for instance,
They met
paid
someone, they paid too much,
much money,
and
no result.
no result, and they didn't explain what. They didn't set a goal.
And it is important when I had the restaurant. I always talk about the restaurant example. I had very bad experience with marketers at that time because they took the money. My customer acquisition was so high
Right.
and almost had no result.
Mhm.
So I had to pay and pay and pay. So this is my bad experience,
Mhm.
my false belief that those marketers at that time didn't deliver what they promised me to deliver for my restaurant. And I started to tell myself stories just uh,
To-
to convince myself that this is the way they do it,
yeah,
and I should not work with those marketers anymore.
that's right.
So I
So
have this
you have
false
experience,
belief.
yeah.
I have the bad experience. I have my story. So now, how we can repackage the marketing thing, the social media thing, so we can deliver something new to those people who are like me, who had this bad experience, so we can show them that marketing is is a good thing at some point, and it helps you really sell. It helps you to get the results that you want.
Actually, we do the false belief also, George, in connection to the next topic also is about the social media. I meet a client that is say, oh, the social media are not effective to me. And when I ask him,
What you do.
what you do? I have 3,000 friends. Like, friends, so you don't have a Facebook
So
page. So you have a profile, so that's why. No, they're liking my page. They're liking your page because they're your family and friends, but they're
That's
not your
right. Yeah.
client.
Yeah.
So those are the false belief. They don't have the result, but they're
Yeah.
not doing it
As you
the
spoke
proper
about
way.
that,
Yeah,
when you start, sometimes maybe your wife and your mom will
Yeah.
not like your posts. So
yeah.
it
They will
creates
be
it creates some issues.
some
Right?
issues. Yeah. So that's the problem with the false belief. They experience something, but there's a bad experience in it. That's why they're saying no.
That's right. So, for instance, like in my business, because I do marketing, I do sales automations, I do sales funnels. So I cannot just go and say I do sales or I do
Yeah,
marketing,
yeah.
because right away my client, my niche market will associate my solution, my positioning to a bad experience. So what I do, I mix things together. So I don't say I do only marketing or sales, but also I say I do it like based on neuroscience. So when I do the training, I mix my niche market, I mix my solution, and
Yeah.
also I give them
Exactly.
the result. I say like this is the result that you're going to expect if you invest with me X amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
So if you pay me $2,000, I will guarantee that you can get like 100,000
Yeah.
in income in the next 12 months, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I guarantee if I don't help you to make this 100,000, I'll give you your money back, this 2,000 or 5,000
Mm-hmm.
back. So in this way, now I presented my solution as a new
I
offer
knew.
because I mixed it up with how we think, how we feel. It's not
Yeah.
only a marketing thing, and also I give them the guarantee, so I take the risk outside the shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
and also I gave them the specific result they
Mm-hmm.
wanted. So if you do it this way, it becomes so much easy
Yeah.
to sell your stuff, and people they say, if I can make 98,000 net in my pocket, that would
In
be great. I would pay like 2,000 or 5,000 or
That's
even
right. Yeah.
even 10,000.
Yeah.
So just follow like this kind of process, because I know most business owners, most entrepreneurs, they already uh, uh, promise something and they deliver, but sometimes the message they communicate or the way they lay out the offer is not clear enough for the
That's
niche
right.
market to grasp
To grasp and
the result, to
yeah.
understand the result. And we have to understand that the niche market, our audience, they don't have time to
That's right.
process things on their own. So we have to give it to them as easy as possible and
Yeah.
as fast as possible in a
Yeah.
couple seconds.
Yeah.
So
And the result is actually not made overnight.
that's right. Yeah.
So
it
you
is a
need
process.
to. It's a process, especially the mind, how it works. Is that the since
You
they
need 90
have
days. You
yeah,
need
90
days.
days. Yeah.
So if you post today, if you are a new business owner today and you want to get a result, a specific result, you can get a result like the second day or. But if you want to be consistent with your result, you start today posting. Within 90 days, you cannot see the big result with your content, message, stories, articles, posts, whatever you do. You need between 30 to 60 to
days.
90 days to start getting the message, your
message.
message in the head of your
Yeah.
niche market. And the reason for 90 days is to create a new habit. And the human mind, you need 90
That's
days
right.
at least. So the process of your post, the process of your message, content, everything that you put on social media, and your offer at the end. The offer could be even your product. The process, it has to be at least between
That's right.
30 to 90 days, so we can see some results.
That's right. Yeah. It's very important, George, that you know how people respond to you and you understand.
And
the
I see
whole-
people, they don't have patience.
That's
they
right.
post something today and they
They wa-
expect like, yeah, $2 million in my pocket tomorrow. I hope it works
because
like that.
because they know they expect social media too much because it's quick.
Because
right?
we
It's
see fast successes.
fast, yes.
So what we see the end success, and we
Yeah.
don't see the training, the hard work behind the scene.
behind the scene, right? So there are some people or business owner are being so successful because they put effort way back,
That's
and
right.
now they're now gaining the
The
fruit.
hard work is behind the scene.
Yeah.
The creating the content, working with your niche market, understanding your niche market, testing the market.
And the one thing that I really learned today, George, from you is that you need to understand your audiences and understand yourself as well.
That's right.
As
Understand yourself first.
first, and
Always
then
understand yourself
self.
first. So do this exercise first
Mhm.
before you apply it with
That's
your
right.
niche market.
And then when you understanding your audience is understanding their false belief.
That's
Right?
right. And it is super important to understand that feeling, because when you offer a product or a new opportunity,
You're
you have
right.
to create a new feeling with your niche market or your prospect. And if you cannot create that feeling, they will not buy. So to create that feeling, you have to understand their past feelings, the bad experience feelings they already have about your product. So for that, we do two things. We have to create the new feeling, and we have to repackage the product in a way they cannot associate with
That's right.
bad experience.
That's right.
But even though we have to try and to do this exercise, because it is super important, to understand how it works on ourselves and also how it works for the niche market that we have. So yeah, if we can move forward, you have this page, this slide on the workbook, so it's better that you
So if you
apply
don't have the workbook yet, just download the workbook
from the wall.
from the wall in our group. It's social media
Yeah,
for
for
all.
all.
So you can have it, you can review it at your convenient time. But yeah,
So yeah, so three major components. We have the attention. It is the hook.
mm-hmm.
We have the message. It is our story, and we have the offer. So the offer could be our product, or in our case, it is the workbook for today. So to grab the attention of your niche market, you have only 1 second. So people are scrolling on Facebook wall. You have 1 second to grab their attention. So the hook, it has to be like super important, not boring, not generic. So for instance, if you are a marketer, you cannot say, don't say, you can, whatever you do, but don't say that I do marketing for business owners or I do marketing for restaurant business owners, because it is not specific. Specification is in your headline, you have to talk about the benefit, about the result your customer wants to get from your solution. So people, they don't care about me, about you, about our solution. They care about themselves. So they don't care about the product and they don't care about your business. They care about their problem and they want to find a solution about that problem. So for that, it is super important to grab the attention as soon as they blink on your headline.
If they see your post, it's either post or it's either a regular post
That's
or
right.
a video or a live. Make sure that your goal is you hook the attention of your audience.
And in our first episode, we shared the whole structure, how to write an article in a very structured way that creates the right emotion and the right feelings for your niche market. And also, you can use the same script to create articles, to sell on webinars, to do live seminars on stage. So you can use the same for so many reasons. If you want to sell through content, or if you want to sell your offer or your product through through your message.
Yeah.
So you have 1 second to grab the attention, the
That's
hook.
challenging, George.
It is.
Yeah.
It comes with the experience.
Yes,
For that, people, like, you cannot expect to be perfect from the beginning. You do mistakes, you try to see.
Actually, I believe that one, George, because when I start creating a content on my YouTube channel, at first I know what to do.
That's
But
right.
when you're doing the video,
Especially
it's
for
hard.
your business.
Yeah, especially for your business. Like when I do my live when in Halifax or in my channel, you find it's hard to do it. But if you do it several times, it becomes a habit.
That's right.
It's easy. So
And it is easier
practice.
to spot it on other people, and you don't spot it on yourself when you do it for your own business.
So I think it's challenging to hook the audience in 1 second. But my suggestion is do it.
That's right. Do it anyway, because you cannot be perfect from the first
That's
day.
right. Yeah.
And it comes with experience.
It is a practice. There's always saying practice makes perfect, right? So
absolutely, yeah. Like a practice, and also you can practice not only the content, you can practice your voice. You can practice also the solution. You can practice the feedback of your clients.
Yeah.
So many things happens when you do this kind of practice online. So you have 1 second to get
1
the
second
hook,
the hook.
and you have 2-3 seconds for them to understand, like, what are you going to talk about in this post or this article or this video, whatever it is that you are posting. So the story is to create this awareness. You have 2-3 seconds, and the offer, always it has to be high value offer. And the formula, always, whatever offer that you're going to give for people, if you're going to charge them, for instance, like $1,000, you have to give them always 10 times. So 10 times. So if you are asking for 1,000, 2,000, you have to give them 10,000 in value, and or like 20,000 in value if you are asking for 2,000. And when we talk about value, we don't talk about the cost. So it doesn't need to be a tangible 10,000. So it has to be the perceived value has to be 10,000.
So what are the example of perceived value, George?
Perceived value depends on a couple things, on the urgency of the problem. So if today you have urgency about doing something and someone offered you a solution for that something, you have urgency to buy it right now. Maybe if you see the offer tomorrow, you will not buy because the urgency is not there. So you have to have the urgency, one, and also you have to have the ability to buy this offer today. So it is super important to have those two components: the urgency and ability to buy. So once you understand your niche market, you have to identify a niche market based on your offer that they have the urgency always, or you show them you have this problem, so you create this urgency for them, and also you have to understand if they have the means to buy or not, because there is no point to share an offer with someone who cannot buy, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So the offer, attention, message, offer, you have a couple seconds to show
Yeah.
that.
So generally, George, to hook an attention, you need 1 second, and you have 3 seconds to give the message.
That's right.
So you roughly have 1 to 3 seconds,
Good.
right? So it's a challenging. I know it's challenging
And
for
people leave.
Yeah, people leave, especially when you do live or you do a video. I experienced those.
And you do it yourself. Like when you scroll on your phone, you don't pause for 20 seconds
Yeah,
or 1 minute
right.
on each post. You
Yeah.
just scroll. Whatever grabs your attention, you click and you read more or you watch the
That's
video.
right. I just want to share, George, my experience. Actually, to everyone, George is my mentor. One of the one of your class,
We are
right?
learning from
Yeah,
each
we're
other.
learning from each other. But I use this technique, guys, on my video, on my vlog. You know that I'm doing the vlog. So I send the message right away.
Yeah.
So that people will say, "Oh, I'll watch this video because I will learn this specific topic." So they will know, and you hook them, and they will learn, and they will watch the whole video.
And you can tell because sometimes you might say, my niche market, they need such and such and such. But when you start posting, you find out they need something totally different.
Totally different. Yeah.
So it's hard to tell what people want and what people need and what kind of urgency they have about a specific problem. So it is good to communicate your message on a daily basis and see the feedback.
That's right.
There is no right and wrong.
That's
You
right.
have to test, you have to try, and with time.
You need to give time to study the analytics. Actually,
That's right.
if you're not you're not good in mathematics. I'm not good in mathematics, George. But
Don't say anything.
I always check my analytics, especially the number of views.
Yes.
Actually, the 3 seconds view, you can see the analytic on Facebook, even in YouTube. You can see the 3 second view actually.
That's right.
So from that point, you can see that people really watch my video in the 3 seconds. So I will put effort to hook them, right?
Like for our show, for instance, I post lots of posts on LinkedIn and Facebook. I get maybe roughly on those posts, text posts, about between 50 to 300 or 400 views. But once I post a video, when we repost like this kind of live show on other platforms, like it jumps to 600, 700, 1,000 views.
Yeah.
So people now, I understand, like my niche market, they want to, I want to show them more videos, more content on a video style, kind of things. So those kind of testing, you cannot tell. Maybe your audience, they need totally different kind of posts. Maybe your audience, if you're watching us, are on a podcast audio style audience. So it is good to try to try and
understand. It's very important just to understand your audience. It's very important that you
understand your audience is like understanding your wife. So you have to communicate with them on a daily basis. Otherwise, you'll be in trouble. Right?
That's right. Yeah. But anyway, before we continue, George, I know it's a very informative, it's very interesting topic. I just want to acknowledge all our viewers saying hi to us, George. So we have Ryan Mike Reyes. He is my brother-in-law, and of course Gabby. Hi, and Angela.
Gabby.
Hello, and of course
Angela. Hi.
and of course my beautiful wife, Jess.
Watching us, like what's going on?
So yeah.
Yeah, great. So let's continue.
Let's continue.
So the way we plan our content is we have to understand the sad phase that we see in here
Mm-hmm.
as the current situation of your
Situations.
client,
Mm-hmm.
and the happy phase is the result that you're going to give them after they use your product, your offer, your solution. And we need to understand that it's not just one leap, one
Mm-hmm.
jump. It goes through a
That's
process.
right.
So you may need to post, for instance, articles, post videos for 20 to 30 days
Mm-hmm.
just to warm up this kind of market,
Mm-hmm.
because our market are not the same awareness about their problem. So we have to warm them up a little bit. Then we offer them our solution on day
Solutions.
30 or day 40. And we have to remember that we need almost between 30, 60 to 90 days to form a new thought, to
Mm-hmm.
form this kind of a new habit and engrave that new habit in the mind of our niche market.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a process.
It's a
Nothing
process.
happens overnight.
No.
Things could happen sometimes, but not with every single person.
Even,
So
even the lottery, you can be a millionaire in the next day, but you need to play the lottery
the day
for
for
how many
for the
years?
process.
For one process.
So
Unless otherwise
we're
you're
not
very
going
lucky.
to we're not going to gamble. So we're going to create something very
That's it.
specific,
It's a
process,
step-by-step process.
and we know it gives results
Yeah.
because we work on that process with our clients so many times, and all of them are
We
getting the
experience
results.
this. We have experience on this, and we see the value of this process.
That's
And actually, from your presentation, George, sad face to going to happy. I just relate to myself. You can't be instantly you're sad today and then later on you will be happy. It's not easy to be sad and then later on you'll be happy. Same thing with
It takes
this.
days,
It
yeah.
takes
Especially
days.
if they experience the bad experience,
Mm-hmm.
it's been there for a long time.
Yeah.
Because some people they have bad experience like 20 years ago, and
Yeah.
they keep rehearsing this bad
Mhm.
experience in their mind. So now we cannot take this 20 years
No.
of continuous thought,
Yeah.
negative thought, and put something new in just one day.
No.
So you need to create a habit.
A
You
habit.
need to create that process
That's right.
to give those people the opportunity
That's right.
to think a little bit different from the bad experience
right.
they already had.
So it's a step by step process.
So yeah, put the sad face and also put the happy face, and put what do you think are the process. Do you have 4 steps? Do you have 20? Do you have 30?
Maybe
What
first.
is the process
Yeah.
that you can take for your client from their current situation, from
Current
the bad
situation.
experience to a new result, to
That's right.
a new self? Uh, and I see this one like very common with the people on
Yeah.
social media, especially when we talk about something specific and
Mhm.
and our product. We go so much like very technical.
Mhm.
We start talking about the features, how
Yeah,
the
yeah.
product work. So you have to put everything again in a very simple language that
Mhm.
people understand,
Mhm.
and you have couple seconds. So
That's
you
right.
cannot wait for them to understand how the camera, for instance, works exactly, because they don't care. I want to buy the camera so I can take photos. I don't care if the camera has 18-inch zoom or less than that. Maybe a little bit information, but I don't care about every single specification or technique unless I am a professional photographer.
Yeah, I'll just relate with the photographer, with the camera, because if you're new to this kind being a photographer, you want to be a photographer, but you
That's
are
right.
not professional yet,
Yes.
and you will introduce a lens. Oh, this is f1.5. This is
It
so
has
more
this
technical,
lens,
and this is less. So for a new one, what's that? So it's like I cannot understand. But if you explain, did you see this photo that is blurring? This is the lens.
This is the lens for it. Yeah.
So if you want
This kind
to,
of message.
you see the eagle.
It is like 1 second message
Mhm.
that gives them the result
Yeah.
they want without them
So you
getting
need.
in the specification and the technical side
Actually,
of
yeah.
the camera itself.
It's hard to explain to someone that they don't have the idea what
Yeah.
kind of product or service you're introducing. But if you present this in a simple language,
I see some of my friends, they work like in different industries. Sometimes they post a photo and they say, "What's wrong with this photo?"
yeah,
I say like, "What the heck is wrong? I don't know." Even though I am interested in their product and I'm interested in their message or what they're doing,
hmm
but sometimes like those kind of posts like confuses people. it creates a little bit curiosity,
Mm-hmm.
but also when you talk about the solution, I see they talk about the technical side.
Yeah.
They don't talk about the benefit, and then they
Mm-hmm.
don't talk about the result, expected result that your niche market or their niche market they can get from that offer.
Yeah.
So also avoid after the technical side, the techno speak. Try to avoid the vagueness of your message, especially in the headline. So, for instance, if you say how to create a marketing strategy for your small business, it is very blur, it is very generic, and it is not focused on the benefit and the result of expected result for your client. So maybe to tweak this headline, having the same message, you would say how to recover up to 20%, for instance, from those bouncing visitors on your website or on your sales funnel. So you talk about very specific problem, and
Yeah.
also you tell them this is the kind
This
of benefit you can get.
wow.
So if you have this problem, I can give you the solution. Or you might say like how to become an accountant, for instance, in 3 months, very specific result,
3 months.
specific benefit without having a
University degree.
This is like super good.
Yeah.
Like how to become an accountant
Accounted in
without
3 months.
yeah, like in 3 months.
Without a university degree. Wow.
So now everybody is watching on
Wow.
who
George,
is an accounting. So yeah, they
That's-
might say
It's
because
impossible.
no, there is one I know online.
Okay.
He is an accountant. He is a CPA. In 12 months, he teach you how to be an accountant, how to do the
Same job, yeah,
without
yeah.
being a CPA, without
yeah.
having a
Yeah.
degree, and he tells you exactly how you can use the other people's services. So you hire accountants under you. You do the business. You make the money. You make them more. You hire them as employees. So
Yeah.
those kind of businesses are in very hot niche market right now. Everybody is looking for possibilities for new opportunity online. So those kind of opportunities, new opportunities, people are looking.
Yeah, right now, George, from the example that you give, it's catch my attention.
It is. So,
Yeah, how to become accountant in 3 months without a university degree.
but
Wow.
stay, we need you on this show. So you can go and do accounting and leave
I'll
us.
let
And so I
Later,
will,
George, I
I will
will
take
let
off this headline for
I
now.
will let do the live stream because I'm an accountant now.
Oh,
No, just kidding.
You'll be the accountant on the live stream. I do marketing, sales, and you do the finance. So, like people, they ask, so like what kind of post do I need to talk about myself? Do I need to talk about my product? What kind of daily post I can use for my business? And those are like 6 topics you can use on a daily basis, and you can shuffle them. You don't have to go through them one by one in sequence. So we can talk one day about a personal philosophy, like you created a solution, you come up with a wisdom advice. You can share that with your clients. You talk about your personal story, and at the end of this presentation, I'm going to share how to tell your own story in very structured way to create the right belief, so people can follow you on this message and also can believe that your message, that your offer can help them get the result they want. So after this slide, we're going to share how to say that story exactly in very structured way. Also, another kind of post, you might ask a question, like whatever the question is for your audience, and this kind of content has to talk about the problem, solution, the offer for your client. So if your niche market have a specific problem related to accounting, you don't go and post something about engineering, right?
Yeah.
So it is.
And before we move to the next slide, George, I just want to all the business owners, entrepreneurs that doing their social media posting, this slide is very helpful to be your guide in creating a post.
Because like incorporating a story within your content is super important, because people relate to stories, they don't relate
That's
to
right.
posts.
Yeah.
And I did an experiment last 2 weeks. When I post something just very generic, it's like you have to do this, you have to do that. It's kind of teaching style.
Yeah.
People, they don't relate to it much, but once I put the same content in a story style, you can see like people can
Because they can
relate
relate. Yeah.
because it creates the emotion, it
The
creates the
emotions.
belief in them. So it triggers something inside of them to follow, to read more, to find out like
Yeah.
I have the same problem that Joey had
Mm-hmm.
or George had on this post. So I can understand that because Joey had this kind of experience before, he had the solution, he created this path. So now I can relate. I can use his
Yes.
solution
To
to
solve my own
create
problem.
the same results
Yeah.
he created. Also, you can post about your lifestyle,
That's right. Yeah.
laying on the beach or whatever it
Yeah.
is. And I see like people they misuse that a lot. They put like whoever have a MacBook Pro
Yeah.
they go on the beach and they post like photos in there, and on daily basis maybe
Yeah.
they spend most of their life on a different place. And also you talk about the results
Of your
your
search.
clients got from your offer, and also you can offer them an invitation to a specific group or
Group.
specific offer or a specific free training, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
In the last couple of weeks, we were offering people to join us who live in Halifax to join us at the Central
Mhm.
Library, for instance,
Mm-hmm.
for a free training,
Mhm.
2 hours training. So those kind of invitations, VIP invitations,
Yeah.
it creates a new way to talk, to share your content and your message with your audience. So we spoke about this already, that
Mhm.
your content, until you expose your offer or your product to your niche market, it has to have a structured way, and
Mhm.
it has to have a process
Mm-hmm.
within a certain period of time.
Mm-hmm.
So you post for 10, 20, 30, 60 days, then you expose your client. Depends on how complicated the solution or how complicated the problem your niche market are facing. So you can understand I need to post like free content for 30 days. At day 31, I will expose them to my offer. And then I keep reposting, posting new materials, because not everybody will buy
Mm-hmm.
at the day you give
Yeah.
them the offer. Maybe 20% buy, but you still have 80% that you
Mhm.
have to work with, and they might buy at day 90 or after 2 years, and sometimes maybe after 3 years
Mm-hmm.
to buy your product. So you have to keep consistent with your message, but the message has to have a process, not structured process, not very chaotic or whatever comes to our mind we post. So plan your content in advance. Know what you're going to post on day 1, at day 30, day 60, so your people can relate. It becomes kind of structured story that people can follow from day 1, like that we see in here. Your post, the time that it takes for you to incorporate this message, to incorporate this message as a habit in the
Mhm.
subconscious mind of your people.
Mhm.
So it is basically from A to
To
Z.
Z,
What
yeah.
is the process that you have to follow? And this is the personal story. This is like super important. Whatever you post, every time you post, we always share our stories. It is super important to
Mhm.
incorporate in every article, every post, every video, every podcast, this structure of story.
Mhm.
So you always talk about a problem, how you have solved this problem, and what kind of result.
Mhm.
And always we have two types of results.
Mhm.
We have the achievement.
Mhm.
Achievement is the result, the actual tangible result.
Mhm.
So if you buy a phone,
Mhm.
the result, the achievement results is to text,
Mhm.
to call, to
Mhm.
use the internet, etc. But the transformation, if you buy an Apple or an iPhone, you feel you are different. You are against the status quo. Like we
Yeah.
are the champions,
That's right.
and you make Apple richer. So so you pay them, they make the
More
money,
money.
and but you buy the feeling
Yeah.
anyways. So
You feel different anyway, so
when you pay, right?
yeah, you
And especially when your wife discovers that you paid something, you will have a
got
great
bad
feeling. No, just kidding. But this story is super important, and it has like very definite structure. We follow on our
Yeah.
on our live streaming, and I incorporate that with every single post I do. And this story has been created by Russell Brunson,
Mhm.
one of the brilliant marketer in this world.
Mhm.
So it works
Mm-hmm.
everybody is using this kind of personal
Yeah.
story incorporated in their post. Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, you name them, Frank Kern, everybody is using the same
Using the same
structure.
structure.
So it's
Yeah.
super important to use the same structure because it works on the emotion, on the belief, and gives people those two kind of results: the achievement, the tangible, and the transformation. The transformation is always better than the achievement because the transformation will create the feeling. So if you watch movies,
Mm-hmm.
at the end of every movie,
Mm-hmm.
the hero,
Mm-hmm.
they might not achieve what they wanted,
Yeah.
but they always have a transformation.
Transformation.
So sometimes you buy the phone, you might not use every specific or
The
every
features
single
up.
feature or app, but the feeling, the transformation is there. For that, you bought the
Yeah.
iPhone versus the other kind of phones. So this kind of structure is super important, and you start with the backstory.
The
So
backstory.
the backstory talks about what you have experienced. So, for instance, like I have family, I want to support my family financially. So I thought how I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
So how to do that? You have two desires.
Mm-hmm.
You can see in here like we have external
External
desire and
and
we have
internal.
internal. So the internal, I want to be financial free to help
Mm-hmm.
my family. The external, it might be the economy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I cannot find the right job. So I started to think about how I can do that, how I can be financially free
Mm-hmm.
to support my family.
Mm-hmm.
So the wall is the journey. So for instance, for instance, to open a business.
Mm-hmm.
So when I opened the business, I didn't have much experience.
Mm-hmm.
The restaurant, for instance. So I hit this big wall.
Mm-hmm.
So from that wall, I discovered that I had such and such problems. So I had a
Mm-hmm.
problem in marketing. I had a problem
Mm-hmm.
in social media. I have a problem in sales.
Mm-hmm.
So the epiphany is like, what is the aha moment that you have created or you have discovered when you found out a solution?
Solution.
So the solution is the big aha moment that
Yeah.
you have created. Yeah, this is the solution. So I found the solution. See, so the solution is what I use: sales funnels automation, for instance. So this is the new opportunity. You repackage what you
That's
already
right.
have. You don't have to create a new
A new one.
product. So
You
you
just need to
repackage
repackage
things
it.
together, and also from that wall you created the new opportunity. After the new opportunity, you always have a plan. So
Mm-hmm.
we're talking about you have a plan to post, you have a plan to do such and such and such. So even though in this plan you will experience some problems. So you talk about the path, you talk about the plan.
Mm-hmm.
So for instance, I discovered sales funnels automation. I
Mm-hmm.
started to I ran a different business right now.
Mm-hmm.
I started to launch my online courses.
Mm-hmm.
But even though in the plan
Mm-hmm.
I had I failed maybe in some places.
Several
I
times,
have
yeah.
challenges. So it wasn't like always a positive experience or no challenges at all. So you share that because once you share those challenges and those problems that you have faced and how you overcame
Mhm.
each one, this is how people relate because
Relate.
the problem, the challenges you are facing, you have faced,
They
your
really,
niche market, they are facing right now.
or they want to avoid.
Yeah. So for that, they want your
Your
transformation, profit or
Yeah.
transformational result at the end,
Yeah.
so they can avoid all that pain.
Yeah.
But for them to understand that they have this pain, and you have the solution for that pain, you have the solution for that problem, you have to put that in a structured way so people can relate to what you're saying. So every post, every video, try to put this kind of structure, and maybe I will do I will post some examples
Yeah,
between
it will
sessions.
it will be great that we post something about a real example, because this is a very good example, George, the Academy Bridge script, because for me,
And
I
see
remember
results. Yeah.
you will see the result, because people that are, what do you call this, they are in need of problem, let's say in social media, and you're posting about a solution, they'll say, I can relate to this guy.
Yes,
This guy can solve my problem because we have the same problem.
that's right.
So if you have the same problem, he is the solution.
The solution.
So it's either
And
they will
always
follow.
position yourself as the solution, not your product.
That's right.
Because once your niche market relate to you as the solution, whatever you give them the next day,
They
they will
will
buy.
buy.
But
Yeah.
when you focus on your
Product.
product branding or business branding, not you branding,
Mm-hmm.
you sell a product, the next day competition comes,
Yeah.
like you become very competitive on that
Yeah.
on that product, you might lose the whole market.
That's right. And at the same time, when you're selling your product, there's a lot of competitors out there.
Always
There
there are
will
like,
be.
that's
Even
right.
now, if you say, "Ah, I am the only one selling this,"
It's
time
super
will
hard
come. There will be.
unless they relate to you as a person, the
Yes.
solution.
Once you build the confidence, once they see you as the solution, once they build your trust, you can easily sell. Actually.
Very true.
And,
So I end up with this slide, but between sessions, I'll do also more training on the story. I will share my structured story,
mhm.
and I always want to prefer to share my first story ever, because people, they can see like the first story wasn't like that good, and they understand like you cannot be perfect from the first time.
That's right.
So the
Yeah.
first story I posted, I remember it was at the end of 2017.
Mhm.
So now I'm way better posting, but back then you can tell like
Yeah.
it
There,
is not
there's
as
always
good
a
as it is
starting
today.
point. Actually, there's always a starting point, George. So everybody, for everyone that are watching, maybe this is their first time to hear about digital marketing. Maybe if they
Sales
have the business or
funnels,
sales
so much.
funnels. Bear with us. Join us in our live stream
And comment if they
and
have a
comment.
question. If there is something not clear, just put
Yeah.
that in the comment section so we know between sessions.
Mhm.
Maybe we cannot cover everything on the live show,
Mhm.
but between sessions we can record, we can post more videos, more
Yeah.
training videos, and again everything that we do is free,
Yeah.
so you don't have to worry about paying anything.
Yeah.
And the content that we are sharing are breakthrough content, so you cannot find this
Yeah.
kind of content anywhere unless you pay high
Yeah.
high fees. So
And the best thing about what we share is from the experience that we have from our experience and then from our clients as well. So if this is your first time to hear about finance and the information is very overwhelming, comment below which topic that you it's not clear to you. We will create a separate video or we will create a
beautiful,
separate
yeah.
post. And don't worry guys, social media for all is for everyone. So if you're a
We want
beginner,
to make it
professional,
easy. Yeah.
we will make it more easier.
That's right. So we are sharing the workbook. Do review the workbook. Review the slides that we share every single week, and you don't have to post like on the show. Between sessions during the week, you can post. You can join the Facebook group. Again, it's called Social Media for All.
Mhm.
Social Media for All, the Facebook group, and this is where you can find all the content. You can find the workbook. You can find the slides, and this is where you can post all
That's
your
right.
questions between the live show between every
Every
Wednesday,
Wednesday.
every week.
And if you downloaded the workbook right now, please like the live stream so that we can see if you already downloaded.
All right, so let's check like who did their homework or who did not. So it's pretty good. Yeah, if you have any question, please post that question on the comment section.
Yeah.
So what else do we have?
So we will. I'm going to share George on because we discussed about sending a message to your
Yeah,
audience, right? And now is what's the right platform?
that's right.
So that's my topic.
People
for here.
always ask this question: do I use Facebook? Do I use Instagram? Do I use such and such and such? So it depends on your audience. Sometimes most people are on Facebook. Uh, some of them they use for photos. They use Instagram. Some professionals they use LinkedIn. So it depends on your specific niche market, what they like exactly, where they are, like what kind of groups they hang out in online.
Yeah.
So you can try, you can test if you don't know which platform is the best
The
for
best
your
for you
audience.
audiences. And it's very important, George, that you need to learn and study your audience where they are. Are they in
And don't
Instagram?
wait, just go. Like
That's yeah. Just
uh, decide what kind of niche market, go test things
Yeah.
with them. You cannot tell and you cannot do
If
things
you
perfect.
try.
Yeah, if you don't try.
Yeah.
So don't overthink things. Just apply and test.
Yeah. So I'll just share it to you: Facebook profile versus Facebook page. Five things that you need
It's
to
not like
know.
a fight, like UFC right now.
It's
Like
like which one
Facebook
will go in? Facebook
profile,
profile or
yeah,
versus?
fighting against the
Because
Facebook page.
for 2019, most of the business owner, I'm happy because most of the business owner are in. They have a Facebook page,
Right.
but there's still
And I see that every
Yeah.
single day. Someone adds me on Facebook as a business,
as a business.
but using a Facebook profile instead of Facebook page.
Yeah, and then this is a funny story because I meet a one client and and he says that he don't believe on social media because I cannot gain any money. There's no result. I try to post every day.
So you post for your mom, for your
Yeah.
wife, for your kids.
Because
They're not
what
going-
happened is I figured out that when they post, they have a business profile. Sorry, Facebook profile
That's
for
right.
their business.
And on the profile, you cannot see the analytics, the statistics. Facebook cannot help you much because it's very personalized
Mm-hmm.
and it's not business oriented.
That's
so
right.
to have the numbers to understand like the likes, the mentions, how many shares, you have to create the business side.
You will lose a lot of opportunity if your business in a Facebook profile.
Profile, yeah.
So before we begin everything, before we begin our slides or presentation, Facebook profile for everyone to easily understand, it's your personal account.
That's right.
So Facebook profile is your personal account. So whoever on your friends list are your friends, family, batchmates, schoolmates, everything that you know, right?
That's right, yeah.
So when we say Facebook page, we're talking about the Facebook business page. So to mainly difference these two, Facebook profile, you can only have limited number of friends.
That's right.
So you
I
only
think
have
it was 5,000.
5,000.
Yeah, max. Yeah.
So if you're a business owner, my question to you now, are you okay with 5,000 people?
Yeah.
Of course not, right? If you are a business owner, you want to know your brand, your service, your product to be known.
And yeah, and talking about this, there's a guy in Dartmouth. I forget his platform, but he has a like he creates content for pets. I forgot the name of the business page he has, but now he has millions. So he has millions of people who are following him. I think over 2 million. So if he created everything on personal profile, it would be capped at 5,000.
5,000.
This is the maximum you can reach.
Yeah.
But
So-
now he is reaching like millions,
Millions.
everywhere
So
using Facebook.
if you are a business owner, you will not sit on 5,000 friends, right?
Yeah.
And so you will always go for more, which is the Facebook page can handle more millions. Millions. We're talking about
Millions
millions likes or millions.
So imagine everyone buys like $1 from you. That's,
you
you
will
can create
Yeah.
millions of dollars every
That's
single day.
So for Facebook page, do not use your current personal Facebook profile or create a new personal profile for your business. I still see this kind of George. They asked me to add their friends, and then I saw who's this? Oh, this is
I see
a
that.
burger
Oh,
or
yeah.
or a real estate or something. So starting today, guys, if you are a business owner and you don't have a business page, maybe this is the time to say, oh, I need to create one. So if you are
But
not,
it's super easy also.
it's very
Yeah,
easy,
it's not
guys, and
complicated.
it's free.
It is.
It's
Yeah.
free. I mean, so if it's free, why not grab
Yeah.
it, right? So what we
Takes like less than 2 minutes to create one.
yeah, it's so easy. There's no complicated questionnaires that you need to answer. You will not give your business permit or something. You just need to create using your Facebook profile.
Qualified, yeah.
So, what are the things that you will lose if you are using your profile? First thing is what you mentioned is the analytics, yours.
all the stats, all the numbers.
Analytics.
You cannot understand your audience
your audience.
on your personal profile, so you have to look at those stats on your business page.
And as we mentioned on the previous presentation, is we need to understand our audience.
That's right.
Using your Facebook profile, you cannot understand your audience, right? So Facebook page has the capacity to give you stats, analytics, numbers. Who are the people viewing? What are the where they are,
That's right.
right? So it's very important. And at the same time, what I really like with the Facebook page is they can easily follow you. They don't need to to wait for you to add as a friend, right?
That's right.
So
And to
if
approve their
to approve
friendship.
their friendship, yeah. So if I want, if you're a business owner, you're a profile, have a Facebook profile for your business. If I want to follow, I will add you, and I wait for you to add me, right? But with Facebook page, it's very easy. If I want to follow your business, like, and I'll be notified.
Yeah. And it
So
would be also easier for other people to follow because not everyone wants to follow you on the personal side.
yeah,
They want to get the solution. They want to understand your business side.
that's right. And at the same time, Facebook page, George, and for everyone, Facebook page and personal are separate. Actually, I have a client, George. He is not on social media
Yeah.
because he's worried about the privacy.
Yeah. Like they're
Like,
now even like on your phone, even
right.
if you're not broadcasting a video or something,
Yeah.
they can tell what you're doing. So
So
there is no privacy.
there's no privacy.
Much
So it's being
anymore.
for me on digital um, years, it's like being wise, right? To
Like
protect
use
yourself.
the technology for your benefit because I see people they put on their phone, they hide the camera or something like
Yeah.
Apple will watch them doing something. So unless you're doing something bad,
That-
you have to
But
cover yourself.
the main thing is people are worried about the privacy, George, and we cannot say, yeah, you don't need to worry, but people
It's
really
like driving your car. You cannot drive your car
That's
and
right.
not like ask people do not look at you. Like I have my own privacy. Like you can use the technology, you can use the device
Right.
for your benefit.
That's right.
So to a certain extent, like be careful not to show
Yeah.
everything, but yeah, do not prevent not to use the technology or
That's right.
a certain device or platform just for the sake of that fear. Because again, this fear goes back to the
To the previous experience.
bad experience.
See,
Yeah,
guys.
so
So if you watch the first episode, it's a subconscious. So maybe if you're worried about privacy, maybe you have
something
back
happened in
something
your
on
life back, so you have to change this kind of.
So this is a good example that how you study yourself and your audience,
That's right.
right? But Facebook page and personal are separate. So whatever you post on your profile, your personal account, cannot be seen on your Facebook page. So actually, it's very ideal, George, to get a separate account for your
Right.
business.
Beautiful.
Because for your Facebook page, all the followers, all the likes, or the audience that are here on Facebook page are the people that are interested with your business, not to your life.
True.
Right? So if you post that you are in the beach with your Mac, they're not maybe
Or you
interested.
ate Chinese versus sushi today.
Yeah, so maybe they're not interested with your personal
I see
life.
people post so much about the food, like
Yeah.
I ate this, I ate that.
Yeah.
So it's good to
It's
know
good.
like what you have eaten, but
I'm not interested.
not every single day.
Yeah. So for privacy issue, I strongly suggest guys to use the Facebook page because it separates your personal account and your business.
It's like
And then another one is Facebook page. This is the main thing that you will lose if you're not using a Facebook page. Facebook page is public. Wherein, if they search your business through Google or to the Facebook platform, they can find the page, not your profile.
profile. Yeah.
Because if you search my name, if I put my privacy hidden, they cannot search my profile account. Unless otherwise they have a mutual friends. But what if we don't have a mutual friends?
And unless you are the only Joey in this
unless
world.
you're unless
yeah.
you are the unique name. But
yeah.
mostly I have Joey is a common name, George. So
We should name
Yeah.
ourselves like George 77289. So
so that it will
nobody
be
will-
unique.
It would be very unique.
But the main thing with the Facebook profile is it's not searchable.
Yeah.
And if you're a business owner, you want to be searchable to the
That's right.
public.
Yeah.
You want to be searched. You want to be
Because
found.
platforms like Facebook, the content that you create, your Facebook page becomes kind of the back end of your SEO. So you become searchable once you start posting,
That's right.
sharing, commenting, and people start interacting with your
That's
Facebook
right.
page.
And they can easily interact on your page.
On your page, yeah, way easy, yeah. So
And
give people easy access.
easy
Prevent,
access
yeah,
and convenience.
prevent them not to connect with you the right way.
And by the way, I forgot, George, is also since Facebook are public, they can easily also the check-in. Some business owners they forget to maximize the check-in and the recommend. So if you're a business owner, especially for restaurants, maximize the check-in. You can give something or encourage all your customers to
Because
put a chicken
positive check-ins and positive response will increase the search of your page.
That's right.
On Facebook.
That's
search.
true. And the review as well.
That's right.
So review, recommends, and check-in is a one way also to increase your
And for people
page.
to understand, do I trust this business if I
That's
don't
right.
know them?
Yeah.
So I will review the testimonials, what the feedback of people, did they have a good experience or bad experience with that place or not?
And it's funny, George, because nowadays the buying decision of a client or customers are depends to the review.
That's right.
So I have a personal experience buying a product on Amazon. What I
Yeah.
do is
We used to
read
call
the review.
all our friends before,
first,
but
yeah.
now we go and read the reviews.
The
so we don't have
reviews.
to wait to.
So same thing with Facebook is people before they buy your product, they will check the review, they check in, they check the recommendations. And if you are a business owner with a personal account, you cannot do this. There's no recommendation.
Yeah.
and
Except from
your family.
I'm not saying wife, but
My wife is out there. So I cannot say anything about
she's still alive. Let's see. Like,
She's
where is
still-
she?
but the main thing is if you're using a Facebook profile, your personal account, you cannot do those things. Recommend, reviews, you cannot do those things.
So many business benefits that you cannot get on your personal
That's
side.
right.
So it's good to have the business side.
And one thing, and the fourth one, George, is if you're a business owner and you have a lots of business, you can have multiple business page
That's right.
in one profile.
And we have to see the business page as your asset.
Yes.
So if you plan to sell the business at some point, your email list, the business page are assets the same way your equipments, the location,
Yeah.
everything tangible.
For marketing.
Yeah, you consider them as assets.
Assets.
Your digital one are sometimes like more worthy than the tangible
Yeah.
one. So Facebook pages, everything that you create online or digital, email list, everything else, it becomes a good asset. And it could sell for like high price. If you remember WhatsApp, when
Yeah.
they sold the app to Facebook, they didn't have any income, they didn't have any ads. All what they had almost half
Users.
$1 billion, billion
Users.
user. So they sold the app for $19 billion.
Imagine.
So
So
imagine
actually,
the asset.
I truly believe that one, George, because your business is not about for digital era. It's not about the product or it's not about the service. It's not about the building that you have. It's also the marketing value that you have.
Yeah.
So if you have a leads of, let's say you have, I have a mailing list of 10,000 and this is all the customers. This is valuable. Right? So
True.
so it's very important that you understand all the digital marketing.
You have to
aspects.
create your assets digitally, offline, online, wherever you go. You have to create your own assets, and we have to understand that the Facebook page is one of the assets that you create.
Yes, perfect. Yeah, that's your asset. So if you have 1 million followers,
Or,
so
this is big.
Yeah, it's big, right? So
even if your business struggles, if you have like this kind of followers, you might sell your business at higher price than the normal because the assets counts toward your your income and your profit at the end of
Because
the day.
I remember, George, when I do digital marketing in the Philippines, they always, I have one client and they ask me, how many organic views you have?
Yeah,
Like, okay, I have this, and this. Because business owner, they want to see the numbers.
that's right.
So if you have 1 million likes, for example, and you have 50% organic
It's
views,
easier to
that's a
understand
huge,
the
it's
like
easy.
numbers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a tangible value.
yeah. Saying I have 2 million followers versus five Facebook pages, so
Yeah,
it's good to monetize every single thing that we do.
that's right. And the last reason why you should have a business page is only one person can manage a Facebook profile. Whereas if you're using a
You
business
can add
page, you can add several people.
multiple, yeah, to manage as
So
admins.
that's right. So if you are a big company or a small company, you have your secretary, you have your wife, and you have your kids, you can add them as an admin, editor.
You should add your wife, like no matter what. So
Yeah, yeah.
this is one of the
Okay.
admins. So you
Okay.
can now add the other
How,
admins.
how, how did you know that, George?
Your,
Did you
I
learn?
see
Did
your
you learn?
wife. I see her like on your on your
Actually,
business.
that's to be honest. In every page that I manage, my wife is my admin.
Oh,
That's why I'm
so
saying.
she can really monitor
Yeah.
the
So I cannot
outcome.
hide. I cannot hide. So yeah. So those are the 5 reasons, George, that you need to be on Facebook page. Mainly, what I'm saying, guys, if you're a business owner and you're currently using the business page, good.
Good,
You're doing
excellent.
you're doing the right thing.
So even the posting,
The posting,
make sure that you post on your Facebook page,
yeah,
and then if you want to share it on your profile, do it.
that's the time you go. You cross post it.
Even for this live stream, we have our business group
Yeah.
for this live stream,
That's right.
and we broadcast the same live stream
Yeah.
on our profile. So I have lots of people who are my friends.
Yeah.
I have Johnny. I have so many people are I already know back from my original town, Minyara. Say hi to everyone in Minyara right now who is watching us in Minyara or in Halifax or anywhere else, and every single other location.
Wow.
So you see, like you can use the business part and you can show that on your personal profile. But if you show it on your personal, it will be harder to go and post that on different business profiles or
That's
business pages, either on Facebook or LinkedIn or any other
That's
platform.
right. So you can share it actually. So again, if you're a business owner, that's still using a personal profile, maybe this is the time to think about, oh, I'm losing a lot of features or free tools
That's
from
right.
Facebook.
So make sure like you take advantage as much as you can from the benefit that Facebook
That's
allows
right.
you to get for your own business.
That's right. So I'll just summary the advantage of using Facebook page. Give you, this is very important, insights,
That's right.
analytics. The second
So you
is
can understand your niche market, you can understand your solution.
That's right. And then
better.
if you're creating ads, you can create a specific audience to your specific service or
That's right.
product. So
Beautiful,
creating an audience, because if you are in Facebook profile, maybe you're targeting your parents
yeah.
or your or
your
your
mom
friends.
comes that say like,
I
what
like-
kind
I-
of product
what
you
kind-
are you selling, Joey?
What's this Facebook marketing, Joey? So maybe your audiences are not interested with digital marketing because most of your family are in healthcare,
Yeah.
right? So they are not related to, they cannot understand
To your product. It becomes very annoying if
Yeah.
you start like
Imposing what?
posting something they are not interested to see.
Yeah. So, and at the same time, you can create Facebook paid ads on Facebook page, which is you can find a specific audiences. And at the same time, lastly is you can get a Facebook leads on increase your engagement with your brand.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's my
So-
present.
So today, yeah, we covered so many things. We covered the content. We covered how to use the platform Facebook. Everybody is on
Yeah.
Facebook. Even CEOs are on Facebook.
Yeah.
So next week we're going to cover how to create a new opportunity offer. So how to
Wow.
repackage your product in a way that people see it as a new opportunity and they don't associate a back pain or past experience with your current product. So we have to repackage what you already have. We don't need or you don't need to create a new product. You want to repackage what you have in a way that people perceive as
That's
a new
right.
value or new opportunity.
That's right. And it's very interesting topic, guys. Another very informative live stream
And if
next
you
week. Put it in your calendar. Wednesday,
6
6 p.m.
p.m.
Halifax
Halifax
time.
time, Atlantic time,
Atlantic
Halifax
time.
time.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but even though your sales funnel or your sales process or marketing process is broken or doesn't work very well, if you create this new opportunity very well, it could sell.
That's right.
So it becomes so much easy. Like you put all the barriers down
That's right.
to sell your product in a the new opportunity style much easier than just product and competition style.
Yeah.
So we want to remind everybody that our hashtag is social media for
Social
all.
media for all. So you can use the social media
So
number
yeah,
for
they can say it's social media for all.
here.
So yeah,
Yeah.
on the wall. So yeah, just put the hashtag front of it, and whatever platform that you are using, we can monitor all your posts in there. Especially if you have a question and if you want us to cover any specific
And
topic.
yeah, but by the way, George, before we end this live streaming, I will continue because I received a message that, Joey, how can we maximize the Facebook data that we created? So I'll post a separate video within this week. I'll just post on the group on how to use the Facebook page.
So go back and check with
Check, yeah.
our posting and make sure that the notification is on,
So, yeah.
so you can get notified whenever we
That's
post new training
That's
videos
right.
between sessions.
So yeah, so you expect this week that we will create a video, a separate video of Facebook, how to use Facebook pixels on your Facebook ads.
Excellent. It's going to be another exciting
Another exciting
topics next week. So tune in next week, Wednesday at 6 p.m. Halifax time. And we say thank you for
Thank you
everyone.
very much for watching
See
us.
tonight.
Social media for all. I'm Joey.
And George from Smart Income.
Okay, thank you
We'll
very
see you
much,
next
guys.
week.
See you next week, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Atlantic time. Bye
Excellent.
bye.
Take care.